I'm going to wait just a second to make sure everything's logging on. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hi, my name is Catherine Tui, and I am the Adult Literacy Program Manager here at Hawaii Literacy. It's such a beautiful day that I had to sit outside in order to go live for this video. This is Parents Corner, where every Wednesday we go live and offer some tips and tricks for helping your Keiki with distance learning and with reading. Last week we kind of talked a little bit about getting ready for distance learning, whether it be the hybrid model or deciding to homeschool. So we kind of talked about some things that younger elementary school students can do in order to be successful in that model. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the same thing, distance learning and success in that process, but we're going to talk about older students, so maybe middle school, high school students who are distance learning. So some of the things that you can do in order to help those older students be successful is, again, to set up that dedicated space for learning. So that they know when they go to that space in the house or that little corner where their things are kind of tucked away, that they are sitting down, they're going to focus, and they're ready to learn, ready to work on their assignments. This can really help kind of channel their energies into doing their schoolwork and focusing on that. Something else is making sure that when they do sit down to work, that all other kind of media, social media apps, all of that is closed out, put away to the side. We really want to treat this time where they're sitting down to work on their schoolwork as if it were classroom time. And that can be really distracting to have, Snapchat going, Instagram going, Facebook going, and also that would be appropriate in a school setting. So really just kind of setting those expectations that that's not a time where we're involved in those kind of things. That's something that we do after we're done with our work for the day. Also, you can use alarms and calendar on your laptop, on your device, on your phone, whatever you're using to access distance learning, in order to alert you, to keep you on top of scheduling for coursework and assignments. So some of that can be something that automatically kind of pops up on your screen weekly if you have a certain class or assignment due. It can be a reminder to turn in homework by a certain time. And at Hawaii Literacy, we are more than willing to schedule an appointment with you in order to help get this set up for you on your device. Any kind of tech issue that we can help support and make that distance learning more successful, we would be happy to do so. So please just call the office or send an email, go to the website, send an email, and we would love to set that up with you. So there's lots of little ways you can set alerts, alarms on your calendar, on your computer, or on your phone in order to alert you about some of those different due dates, assignments, class times for yourself or for your Keiki. And then the last thing is that distance learning is a very different environment than in a classroom where somebody is there kind of looking at you eye to eye, face to face, able to kind of pick up on those cues when somebody isn't understanding the material. I was a teacher in the past before this, and I could always kind of look around and gauge and see, I could tell that this student isn't really working. They're kind of just sitting there staring at their work. I can tell that they're not getting it. Something's missing, so I can kind of go over and make sure that I can assist them or help them explain something better. With distance learning, with the screen in front of us kind of dividing us from that human connection piece, it's a lot more difficult to figure out if somebody needs help. So helping your Keiki understand that they really need to be an advocate for themselves, and if they don't understand, that they need to ask questions. So if something is unclear or they don't understand part of the lesson, to really utilize that time to reach out to their teachers or their instructors in order to get clarification and support. That is their job. That's what they are there to do. So really just let them know that since they don't have that physical connection with that person either at all or very often, that they really need to ask questions whenever they are confused. So hopefully those tips were helpful for thinking about distance learning and about these these new uncharted waters that we're coming up to very shortly. So on this Parents Corner, hopefully as we start to expand our reach, we will get comments from you that can really help us direct our material, really so that we can support you in a directed way that you would find the most useful. So please comment on the video if you didn't catch us on live, and we will definitely follow up with you. Any kind of questions related to support with anything we've talked about, we are more than welcome to help, and also to touch on other topics that that you might be interested in. So next week we're going to be talking about what to do when your learner or your Keiki or somebody that you're assisting with reading stumbles or struggles to figure out what a word is in text. So we're going to talk about strategies that you can use in order to support somebody who is struggling with reading, specifically when they get to a passage, a word, a sentence that they don't know. So we'll talk about 10 to 12 different strategies that you can use. And then in the link in the video from that day, then you're going to be able to find a link for a YouTube video which will go into more strategies and examples of some of those tips more explicitly on our YouTube channel. So that's coming up next week. The video about tips and tricks to help somebody who's stumbling on a word when they're reading. And we will talk to you then. So if you have any questions or you want to add any comments, please add them below, and we will definitely get back to you or use that to inform our videos later on in the series. So I look forward to talking to you again next week on Wednesday. I hope you have a great week and an awesome weekend. And thank you so much for tuning in to us at Hawaii Literacy.